Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NuWhoZone's NuWhoZone. I see a message there at PD. No worries. Just let me know when you're ready, and we'll bring you on if we're still going, obviously. Obviously I woke up this morning, and I looked on Twitter, and there's a bit, 2022. All I'm just going to say is sucks. Ivan Reitman, as you all know, he's done some wonderful films over the years. Obviously, for a lot of us, Ghostbusters is a franchise that we've loved, and we found out this morning that he had passed away, age 75. So that's still pretty young. But the first thought that popped into my head, obviously, when I heard the news, was I'm just so glad that he was able to be part of Ghostbusters Afterlife with his son Jason. And, while it might sound bad to say this, but I'm kind of glad the 2016 version actually wasn't the Ghostbusters movie. That was obviously the only one that was made. Obviously, we got to see, and he got to see, Ghostbusters Afterlife, and was part of that journey. So it was really, really, so there's it's probably the wrong word to say silver lining, but for him, Ghostbusters meant a lot to him, and the 2016 version didn't go down well with anybody. And there was, what Sony is like. So obviously, if you've been following the whole story, you will know that, that I think originally he was supposed to be part of it. And then Sony were having none of it because he wanted to do it a certain way. But of course, after the 2016 version, all the controversy, a few years later, still hadn't changed. Sony decided that they would finally do a Ghostbusters movie that was deserving of the title, and we got it in Afterlife. So I'm just glad that he was part of that. But it's sad, man. 2022 sucks, man. It just seems, again, yesterday as well, I was watching a football match live, and the match had to stop because there was someone in the crowd. Now, they never said what happened, but medical staff were called, the players were called off the pitch, the ref called them off, told the managers, because the ref didn't know what was going on, and obviously the managers were trying to inform the ref that there was something going on in the stands. And that's the second or third week in a row now that someone in the stadium, they were able to say that someone had taken a heart attack a couple of weeks ago. But there just seems to be a lot of people. 2022 is a bit of a weird one, man. People just dropping like flies everywhere. But we won't get into the conspiracy theories or what it is, because I don't want to get into trouble, but you know what they all are. So we'll just leave it there anyway. But let's bring on our guests. I don't know if real super doctors joining us. I have informed them, but the other two panelists are here, and obviously PD is, because I don't normally do Mondays, so PD is off doing what he normally does of a Monday. But if he comes in, we will shoot him the link. But let's bring on our guests that we do have with us today, joining us tonight, I should say. Sorry, it's the one and only Queen Charlotte.
Hello, everybody, and I'm the reason it's tonight. So, hello.
Well, not really, because it was kind of when you said it, because basically what happened was over the weekend, I was very run down actually, and so was Cheryl,
Yeah,
for
so the
some weird
timing
reason.
worked out, didn't it,
So the
really?
timing actually worked out, but as I was an hour before this, as I was gonna throw up the link and get everything ready, I just took this weird turn. And I said, no, I'm not gonna. Sure, I'll tell you what ended up happening. I ended up obviously cancelling. I sat here on the sofa. I was watching something on TV. I think I was watching, what was I watching? I don't know what I was watching, but whatever it was, that was the last thing I remember, because then I fell asleep for a while. Then I got up in the middle of the night, went into the bedroom, got into bed, fell asleep, woke up at 8:30 this morning. Um, and then Cheryl woke up, so we decided that we check out a few videos, and then we watched in the afternoon the first 3 episodes of Bel Air, and then I went for a little nap, so I feel great now.
That's
Um, but
good.
but yeah, it happens because I stay up, as you know, I'm a night owl, so it does catch up on you, and you do get run down. And Lee would be the same. He, you know what he's like. When he doesn't sleep for days, then he just sparks out. But I'm grand, so nobody has to worry, because I know everybody was worried. But I'm grand. It was just my stomach wasn't the best. My head was just thumping. Had this constant headache, and I was just a bit. I just didn't feel right, so I said, "No, I'm not going to stream just in case Jordan the stream might get sick or something." You know yourself. No. But anyway, we leave it there. Too much details, as Cheryl would say. But by the way, to all you romantics out there, happy crappy times day or
Mhm.
Valentine's Day, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a crock of shit anyway. But to all you people out there that buy into all of this, happy Valentine's Day anyway. Um, I mean, me and Cheryl spend every day together anyway, so it's not any different, you know. And you don't need a day to tell someone that you love them. You know, you don't show them every day, then there's something fucking wrong with you. So we leave it there anyway. Anyway, our next guest is the one and only Problem Being.
Uh,
How are you? How are you on this Valentine's Day?
yeah, good. I had a nice little massage from my other better half, and that was very nice.
Oh,
So,
nice, nice, nice. So you've got to spend some time together, yeah?
well, a little bit.
The best that you could. That's it. Well, that's it. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Isn't it?
That's it. That's right. Yeah.
Right. Well, anyway, the episode that we're here for is Hyde, obviously. So if you just want to get that ready, I have the DVD in. So now I just have to fucking put the DVD on. That would be good, wouldn't it? Um, but yeah,
You're
I've got
never
the.
prepared. It's just normal though that we're like, right, just give Noel
Yeah.
about 5 minutes to get his stuff together.
Oh no, I've got the right disc in. That's why there was a little
Oh,
bit of
that's
a
good.
5 minute delay, because I was looking for the DVD disc, and then I wanted to make sure I had the right one. Oh, there he is, right on time. Right on time. It's the one and only real Super Doctor.
Oh,
Hey.
It's Hyde,
Hello.
by the way,
it's
just in
Hyde.
case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, just hang on for a second now. Did I let this play all the way through last week, and I did knock the DVD off, and I went to the next episode? Actually, yeah, there's rumors, right? So there's this rumor going around about a possible Lego movie for Doctor Who, right? Now, all I'm gonna say is it's too soon, because they're trying to say the 60th anniversary. But what I'm going to say to you guys is that don't rule that out as a possibility. It's sometime in the future.
What, like just a
Remember,
pure Doctor Who thing, or like it's gonna appear in a Lego movie?
not a movie. I think it's a game or something they were talking about. Was it a game? I don't know if it was a game or a movie. But look, Doctor Who and the RTD will go down those avenues eventually, right? So, look, I told you this is going to be huge, right? So they will use every tool and trick in the book to get this out there everywhere. And if a Lego game or a Lego movie is the answer, then so be it. But I wouldn't rule it out totally. But I think the 60th, the rumor stating that it could be around the 60th anniversary. I think that's a bit too soon. Um, I would say it'd probably be after series 14 or 15 when the show is established again and is doing well in the ratings. There'd be no point to taking a risk now, you know what I mean? So, as I said, solid foundations first before you start trying all of this other stuff. But I wouldn't rule it out in the future. I just think it's bullshit that it's going to be the 60th. So there you go. I just thought I'd address that. And by the way, RTD has done another interview. Now, Lee did send me a link, but I'd already seen the article, but I just give him a shout out anyway because he was kind enough to share it to Lee to pass on to me. So JF, what's it? JF.
Joey Boy.
Yeah, Joey Boy. That's the one. So Joey Boy sent it to Lee, sent to me, but I'd already seen it. But I will be delving into that article because he talks about, obviously, it's a sin and other stuff. And as I said, with RTD interviews, you get a lot more than what you actually think you're getting. So we will delve into that and we'll read the article and then we'll see what he says about Doctor Who, if anything. But I reckon he will in a roundabout way. So we'll address that some stage, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. She wants to go into the city centre to change some clothes that she bought. So we'll see what kind of humour she's in. And if she's okay, then we'll go into town. I'll probably do it later on then, Tuesday night. But yeah, we will actually cover it, as I said. Right, let's get into this. I have it ready. So now, oh yeah, I knew there was something I had to do. But we are ready. I mean, we can press play. It's just I have to find the other earphones. And why do I always do this though with the earphones? You think I'd learn by now and actually have the earphones here beside me, but
Oh my god.
I love that. It's like we're ready. No.
Yeah, I just need to go and do this, and I don't know what's happening here. And
right, well, as I said, there they are. There they are. They're right there in front of
welcome
me.
to no decline in mental health.
No, see, I already know. Ow! See, I'm hurting my ear now. Fuck.
No. Wait, it's a Noel hurting himself. That's what we're currently listening to.
Welcome to Noel's S&M corner.
Right. Hold on. Let's do that again. Right. Okay. I just hurt my ear.
How did you manage that?
Oh, don't even ask, man. Because if I try and explain it, it's just going to sound stupid and just.
We'll be here another 20 minutes.
And then we'll be here for another half hour. Yeah.
Okay, let's just assume that Noel should be embarrassed and ashamed. And
yeah, that's exactly it. Right. Anyway, why is it? Oh, I stick the earphones in and play straight away. Well, don't do that. I didn't ask you to. Right. If I want you to play straight away, I'll ask you. Right. Is everyone? Oh, we got ones. Right, Charlie. You know what to do.
Yep. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Oh no! Go away! I didn't mean to do that.
Right, me fucking DVD player's decided to play up, hasn't it? Right.
And look, folks, it's Batwoman's dad.
I can honestly say I've not watched a single episode of it.
You know what? I watched one episode and it was so bad I said, there's no point watching this. And there's even no point of complaining about it. If you don't like the fucking show, don't watch the fucking thing. I'll be doing
I just found it funny watching this because I was like, you actually forget I can never say the fella's name. Duke Gray? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, something like that.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, it's like he must have really needed that check. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, God, mate. I hope
he didn't hang around though.
In a couple of years.
Didn't he? 2 seasons and out?
No, 3 wasn't it technically?
Really? Oh, good lord.
Or maybe it was 2. I just remember. I'm just thinking now, mate. I hope you get a job in the next couple of years, like a good job. Because I like him. I've not seen this in ages, and I quite like his character in this episode.
Yeah, I like this episode. From what I remember,
and she's supposed to be an empathic psychic. You kind of get an empathic psychic.
Well, I thought all psychics are empathic.
Well, yeah, but with her, it's more she specialises in connecting and feeling emotion.
Yeah.
Except from, well, as some psychics will just see technically the spirits or whatever.
Yeah, I remember the Ghostbusters reference in this.
Yeah, but I found this better. I found this reference better than the Tennant one.
Yeah.
When it was Army of Ghosts, whatever it was. I preferred this reference. Especially because I love this idea of like the banging on the door.
And of course, mine decides it's going to pause halfway
It
through.
did to you last week, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it's like, every time, every damn time.
Boo! I love it. Oh shit, that's a bit weird. We have the Ghostbusters reference in this.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say when you started talking, I was like, oh, does no remember there's the line?
Yeah.
Well,
I
how
missed it.
appropriate that we're watching an episode that referenced Ghostbusters on the
What
day
was the
that
line?
it is.
I totally missed it
Yeah.
because it decided to freak out on me.
We're on 3 minutes in. It's just had Hyde and Neil Cross.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, what was the line? The Ghostbusters line.
He says, he goes, boo, right? And he go, who the hell are you? And then Clara pops her head out and says, oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, let's pause again. You piece of crap.
I know, my controller was doing something weird there, man, right? I pressed play and the thing fast forward, then it started rewinding, then fast forward. But then when Charlotte said, oh, there's your Batwoman's dad, I knew what scene to go on. So I'm probably just a few seconds in front or behind, but I've got it pretty
He's
close.
just gushing over the professor guy, saying like he was.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. And your woman's just at the speaking up now. Yeah, we're on the same. See that? Oh my god, I'm getting good at this. Melina says, "Happy Valentine's
Hello,
Day,
Mr. Love.
all of you with 3 blue love hearts. Yeah, happy crappy times day. Yeah. I know. Listen, look, a lot of people will make a lot of people make an effort tonight. It's just the way I am. Is if you don't make an effort all year round anyway, then you don't need one day. You should do it every day anyway. Every day should be Valentine's Day. Life isn't perfect. Relationships aren't perfect, but still, you do have to work at it sometimes. But the rewards are great. He's in his element here.
That's
Happy
the toy Sonic
Valentine's.
screwdriver.
Listen
That's
to
a
this
toy.
one. Melina, happy Valentine's Day, except to the evil pig of the patriarchy. Yeah.
Oh, traveling TARDIS. We like to read the chat. We like to interact with it and react to it.
Yeah, that's what we do as well when we watch episodes. I mean, if anybody has anything specific to say about the episodes that we're watching, we welcome that as well. But yeah, we try and interact with the chat as much as possible.
Hello, Melina. Happy Valentine's
Kind
Day,
of
my
neglect.
love.
I've kind of neglected that over the last few weeks. No, I haven't done it as much, and I kind of feel bad. But sometimes I get caught up in the streams that I'm doing, and
Matt Smith doesn't have much of an Adam's apple, does he?
No.
No, because
Weird thing to notice, but
yeah.
I suppose the candlelight light sort of emphasised it. I love you, Melina, love.
Imagine drinking a bottle of milk like that from the bottle. I mean, doctor.
That's the way I used to drink it.
Yeah, but this is.
I remember those.
I was going to say, Lee, do you remember when he randomly put his fingers in like marmalade, wherever it was?
Yeah,
that was
Fear Her
in
episode.
the David Tennant story,
Yeah.
Fear Her.
We used to get that. I remember those glass bottles. We still kind of had them when I was a kid, and then they changed to the plastic version of the same kind of shaped bottle, right? With the blue tab or the red tab milk. Do you remember? And then
Yeah.
then they went out of fat. I actually miss the bottles of milk. I actually miss old milk because you got the cream on top. You don't get.
I can remember when I was around my nan's house, I'd see them on the front step.
Now you can still buy it, right? There's a shop over here that does the old milk, right?
Yeah, but it's expensive, isn't it?
It's very expensive, like, and I'm saying back in the day it wasn't. Why is it expensive now, you feckin' morons? It's less processed. So, like, you know what I mean? Makes no sense, but it's lovely.
Oh, I love this thing.
Can I have a timestamp, please?
It's coming up to 7 minutes 40 seconds, probably best by the time you get there.
Yeah.
No, I love that line when it's like, oh, what did it say? Just please stop screaming. I think that was
look at Matt's
line.
face. I just love Matt's facial expressions in these episodes. Where are you watching it, mate? BritBox?
No, because it's NuWho. It's not on BritBox. I have to use that site.
Oh yeah, it's
honestly this piece of garbage. Oh, it's pissing me off.
Are you using DM?
Hold on. Right, what's the timestamp, please?
8 minutes 20 by the time you get there.
What happened to you last night? I explained at the start of the stream I wasn't feeling well. So I just decided that I needed a bit of a rest, which I did get, and I feel a lot better now. But if we don't do a day, I always make it up and I do it on another day. So we don't miss. So people don't miss the streams. But it is weird, I have to say, when I do, if I am sick or I take the day off, everybody is worried. In a way, it's kind of humbling, but you don't have to worry. If it was that serious, I'd tell you anyway. You know, I don't hide that, and you know that. It's just the stomach and the headache, that's all. Just felt a bit weird. One of those things.
I think it's the weather as well, because it's having an effect on me. We're supposed to be getting a storm coming in.
Yeah, we had a bit of a, well, I wouldn't say a storm as such, but it was very, very windy. And the rain was just awful. But yeah, look, we've been very lucky this winter, in fairness. You know, I will say, though, it's February now, we're coming into March, and it's still very cold, though. I've noticed that.
Yeah, don't. I know about that plenty.
But the one thing I will say, I remember even as a kid having long winters like this. So, you know, you'll have all the climate change people. It's climate change. Look at the weather. Listen, the weather's on a cycle, right? And over years, it repeats, right? You always notice when they say, "Oh, the biggest storm hit the west coast of California or whatever in 50 years." Yes, so it happened 50 years ago. So it's not a new thing, you know.
Melina, timestamp was 10 minutes 30.
Here, doesn't that look like the set though? Doesn't that look like the set from the doll's house? The kitchen did.
Oh,
remember when they walked into the kitchen? Yeah, in Night Terrors.
They probably did use the same set, knowing what NuWho can be like.
Well, in fairness, it'd be a smart way of saving money, wouldn't it? And
oh yeah, but at least you can dress it a lot different, so it's not as obvious.
But I noticed the kitchen looked exactly the same, though.
And I was actually thinking the oak paneling as well. It looks quite the same as Madame de Pompadour's from the Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be the couple out of those movies that they
I don't think it is, because I was trying to pay attention to the names, because they're American, aren't they? And these are British, these two.
Yeah.
And I know what you mean exactly. The famous
Yeah,
Like-
but I think there was a British couple that were just the same, but they weren't as famous.
Yeah,
But
these are probably based off the British couple.
see, look, that looks like fucking Night Terrors. Right, think about it. It's dark.
Yeah, no,
Amy is
it probably
walking.
is the same set. Probably is and all. Good spot. Oh, do you know what it's also making me think of?
What?
The orphanage. Do you know when the silence episode?
Oh yeah, the one where it's the one where they go to the crazy old man whose memory's been wiped
Yeah, and
so
I'm
long.
just thinking of, do you know the scene when there's a scene where it looks really like this room now, you've got me thinking. Like obviously without all the dressing, but in the one I'm thinking of, it's very not a lot in it.
Some people like the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe as well.
Yeah, but like I said, NuWho's very good at recycling sets.
Yeah. Well, Doctor Who was always good at recycling costumes and everything like that,
Yeah.
sets and all that in the 80s and all that, because they only had a budget of probably about £100,000 per episode.
And now they
then.
won't even have to have those restraints anymore. You know what I mean? They can literally
That's
make
pretty
up
good
sets
for Doctor Who.
with the technology they have now. But this is what Moffat's era was good at doing: scary episodes.
Oh yeah, this is a good scary. This is a proper spooky ghost.
Yeah.
And actually, it's one of those. I think it's a really clever. Sometimes when Moffat would also do this sort of trait of, oh, you think it's this thing, but it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think this is one of the better ones for that story wise, because you go, okay, no, that makes sense with the woman, and it sort of makes sense with the creatures, and I think it's one of the better ones for that.
Timestamp. I'm not watching. I just like hearing Charlotte because her audio sounds like a NASA launch rep. Smiley face. The legend
I
of
don't
the
know what that's like.
traveling TARDIS.
So, okay.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't sound American, do I? That's what
No.
I'm thinking.
Are you saying no English people work at NASA?
I know, but
Well-
I'm thinking of like the launch stuff. They're usually American, aren't they, when you hear them speak?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We got lift off. Oh no, something's gone wrong. Here, I saw an ad right for erectile dysfunction, and it's literally a NASA launch that goes wrong.
I was going to say, where's this still going? And then I thought, best not to ask.
And then by the end of it, then they show up a proper launch that's gone right. I just thought, oh Jesus Christ, what a way to actually put an ad across using NASA footage. Oh, here we go. This is what I mean. This is the type of stuff you're talking about, Charlotte. Like Moffat just do something weird like this.
Yeah.
Now, obviously,
misdirection. He was very good at it.
Did Moffat actually write this one though?
No, this was
No. Neil Cross.
Neil Cross.
See, Neil Cross was another person's name who was mentioned that I wouldn't have minded if that's the type of who we'd get. Look, I think I want to be scared this time round. You know, I don't think there was.
Well, Russell's basically told us that he's going to do it. Oh, so
Charlie, you have to say 10, 9, 8, 7, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. So I don't know what's going on.
It's a bit muffled. That's because I'm not using a separate microphone.
I'm slightly worried that the show might lose some of its charm with a bigger budget. You see, this is the thing. I don't think it will lose its charm, but I do think it's going to be more polished. The thing about it is, will fans like that because they are so used to it being a little bit unpolished? But
I think if it's a mixture, that fans will be happy. I think if you've got like the big, obviously if it's like a sky, like a big space thing, or do you know the shots that really would need a big computer?
yeah.
But if they also have the things that are like the more, I think location shots. We still love location shots and location shooting.
Yeah, I'll still do a bit of that. Look, it'll have a mixture. He definitely will do location shots.
Mixture.
Yeah.
I think that's what would be the better way to do it, not just full-blown CG everything.
Yeah.
But look,
I
it's...
think
Go on,
I
John.
think I think that what will happen is that a lot of money will get put into the TARDIS.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
true.
I think we're going to get an epic TARDIS set.
Oh,
We've
yeah, I
already
would think
spoken
so.
about the rumors about the TARDIS, and if that's true, then, you know, it's going to be something that we've never seen before, different levels. We'll actually get to see different levels of the TARDIS, which they've done in the show. With the budget that they've had, you have to admit they've actually done quite well. RTD did it well, and so did Moffat. I mean, one of my favourite episodes is The Doctor's Wife, for the reason is we get to see more of the TARDIS.
Oh yeah,
And it's a
Moffat
pretty
likes
scary
exploring the
episode.
TARDIS because we've got the next episode is Journey, isn't it, to the centre?
Yeah.
So
So
he
he
likes
loves...
doing that.
Yeah, he did. He liked going into the TARDIS, he did, yeah. He did it with Peter Capaldi as well, actually, didn't he?
Which one? I'm trying to think.
Didn't he do one with Peter Capaldi where
No, that
Peter
was into the Dalek. That was
into
the
the
TARDIS.
Dalek? That's the... Oh no, Into the Dalek it was. That's the one. I get confused all the time with that. And that's yeah. That episode causes an awful lot of
Oh,
controversy.
I hated that when
Yeah.
I first watched it. Maybe I won't in a second this time. I did hate it though the first time.
Nah, I didn't really mind it myself. I thought it was good. The Daleks were good in it. But
See,
Yeah.
I really didn't like the comparison with the Doctor because for me the Doctor is not a Dalek. He's not like
yeah,
he's got a streak
Similar.
in him, but for me that episode was blatantly stating he was just almost a
Yeah, it
Dalek.
wasn't done subtly. If it was done subtly, then you'd say, yeah, he does have some Dalek traits if you
Yeah.
want to put it that way. But yeah, but to make the direct comparison was a bit
Which
too
is
much for
what,
you.
from my memory, they did, and I was just
Yeah.
like, no.
I think the designer was it Michael Pickford or Pickford or I can't remember his name, but he said something like Dalek technology is quite like Time Lord technology.
Well, they put,
Yeah,
well, that's what happens in war, though. Both sides tend to mimic each other a little bit.
Yeah, and incorporate. Yes,
Yeah.
some sides they'll get their technology and vice versa, and then use it against them. It's nothing new in warfare.
Oh yeah,
But-
it's hard. It's not like
Yeah.
No, but it's like then we were just saying. I like the line we just had that the empath said, "Oh, he's got a sliver of ice."
Yeah.
I'm like,
and
yeah,
it's
that's right. He has got a
Yeah.
sliver. He's got traits and he's got damage and he can go quite far when he has to, but that's not his whole character. And I don't like it when the show at times did it a few times. It tried
really
to make
love
out
this.
the Doctor that
I
that
really
was
love
all
this
his personality.
version of the TARDIS.
Oh yeah. See, Russell knows what also fans like, so I wouldn't be surprised if he knows this is one of the favourites, and he might take little inspiration cues.
You know what? I hope Russell brings back the roundels. You know how the TARDIS
Oh, I
was
wouldn't
like
be surprised. We don't know,
hermetically
but
sealed.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does something like a roundel,
Yeah.
even if it's just for the 60th. Whatever
Yeah.
TARDIS we're going to get for that. Oh, that's a point. Do you think for the 60th we're going to get the new TARDIS then, or do you think it's going to be Series 14?
See, this is the thing.
I never even thought of that.
Neither have until now, but it would make more sense. I hate to say this, but it'd make more sense for the Doctor in the 60th to use Whittaker's TARDIS, unless the David Tennant rumors are true and he's using his TARDIS.
Or maybe he could do like a mishmash of like, dependent on what Doctors come back. Do you think maybe we could have like the Coral mixed with some of Matt's? Let's say, for example, if Matt's coming back.
I don't know, because remember it did happen in Twice Upon a Time, didn't it?
That's what I mean. They've had merged, haven't they, before TARDISes? And it would make sense if it's multiple. If we are getting a multi-Doctor again.
Yeah, it makes me believe that we're going to get Tennant is for the 60th. It'd make more sense. And then you can keep the old TARDIS, bring back his old TARDIS,
Yeah,
right?
they'll
And then
probably
that
do
gives
that,
them
won't they?
time then to design new TARDIS and maybe get to see it right at the end of the 60th or something,
or maybe like if possibly 14 comes near the end, maybe it's going to be the big reveal of like 14 and the new TARDIS.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Do you know like how like
they did it with Peter Capaldi, even with his eyes.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm just thinking like you had that thing of all the doctors being called in, but what if physically in the 60th we don't just get like a little screen, we physically get the 14th Doctor, like in the last episode.
Yeah, it's probably we'll get something.
And then he just arrives, and then we see his TARDIS right at the end. Or maybe we don't even see the inside of the TARDIS, we just see the outside. And then that's like the teaser for, right, you've seen bits of it, but we're going to not show you the inside until series 14. Oh, yeah, this is a good bit I'm talking over.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can't deal with her when she says that.
Yeah.
Look, he's turning his back, literally.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, guilt trip the man, why don't you?
Oh, she's very good at that, Clara.
She's having existential crisis.
No, but I do like this because this Doctor has always ran away from these type of things.
Anything
right?
emotional,
and
like
there is a few, and there are a few moments in this series where he's made face it, and you see his reaction. But he always comes out. The companion always then knows that okay, that might be the case, but he does do this because he wants to help and because he believes in what he's doing. But there you go. Oh, you're dead. I just saw the whole Earth being destroyed. These are all going to die, and we're ghosts to the Doctor. Yeah, I don't think Clara is bad in this one, Daniel, but I do agree with you. You're starting to see some of the little traits that you'll see a lot more with Peter Capaldi. But it's subtle at the moment,
Yeah, it is.
The problem is when it doesn't become subtle. I love this where he's trying to shower the right.
Well, I was going to say, do you think maybe this is homage to the Tom Baker scene with the trying to explain how the TARDIS works with the box?
I don't think you want to say probably something evil.
Some kind of alien creature.
And it is evil when it laughs later on. That's like a proper that chill up your spine moment.
Yeah, I don't think I agree with you, Melina. I don't think she's bad here. It's later on though she does with Peter, and near the end of Matt Smith's run, you could see that she starts getting too cocky and
Blue crystal from Metabolus for
Metabolus,
Metabilis, I should say.
Yeah, that was
So
supposed
should
to be
he.
the in joke. The doctor got the spelling for the planet wrong. I remember when this episode was supposed to be on, and it was in Gallifrey base, and I had put in a post, and I got I deliberately put on Metabilis 3 crystal wrong. It was in speculation because Jessica Raine had the kind of headband with the blue crystal in it, and I thought it was a Metabulus crystal, and I had put Metabulus in wrong, and I get my
See what
post
reaction you got.
removed. I get my post removed.
Wow.
See, if I ever guessed things on Gallifrey base of an episode and I posted it up, I would get the post removed.
Yeah, that look, Gareth, all of those sites right now,
Yeah,
those platforms and those look, all of that'll change when the RTD's era comes
yeah,
in.
hopefully.
A lot of those people that are in there will leave. Real fans will come flooding back into it, and then maybe the admins then, because I know RTD's era is going to be popular. The admins will be forced to change their attitude. This is the problem. This era has given
It has.
certain people power in this fandom. That's going to be taken away from them all now, because look, the fandom was great in 2005 and with RTD, and to a certain extent with Moffat, it did start getting a bit heated with Moffat because obviously there was a lot of debate about his era, and it did divide a lot of fans, but not like this era has. I mean, fans were still able to get on with each other and agree to disagree.
Yeah, but I think if Russell can make a show again that doesn't purposely almost taunt the fans to have a go at each other, which I do think the current era has done, that will resolve a lot of the stupid bickering.
I have to be honest with you though, the cast that Moffat was able to pull in as well.
Oh yeah, because she's quite
Yeah.
a well-known actress, isn't she?
Yeah, and so is he, well-known actor. Like, he's brilliant. He's been in a lot of stuff I've watched over the years.
And she also played Verity Lambert in the 50th Adventure in
She
Space
did.
and Time.
She did, and she played her well.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I like this idea, like the well. You were just thinking, like, what's the well? And you thought, oh, it's a door. Makes sense.
Oh, by the way, as well, what's her name passed away as well? That was responsible for Sherlock, a company, Hartswood Studios. Beryl, was it Beryl?
Oh, I can't remember now for Sherlock. Who was? No, because wasn't it Stephen Moffat's wife?
Stephen Moffat's wife's mother's passed away. That's who it
Oh,
is.
right. I was going to say,
Yeah,
no,
and
it was
it was
Steve.
her studio that did Sherlock and all of those other things. Dracula as well. She recently produced as well. So yeah, she passed away.
My
Oh.
goodness.
Now, I love the shots here.
Yeah.
You can really feel like, because they were quite staticky in the house, and now they're sort of going around quickly and it's different angles, and it does sort of add to that feel of you're in a different plane. You're somewhere different.
Lee, you've worked as an extra on stuff. How would they do a scene like this? So they'd be obviously in a real forest. Would they use smoke machines and different lighting to get that effect? Or
Yep. Yeah, the smoke machines that they use are actually horrible.
oh, are they?
Yeah. Depends what kind of smoke that they're using. But The worst scenes are the ones with snow machines. The snow machines are horrible. Basically, what they use is burning paper. So
Oh God, right? I can imagine.
you're
that being
breathing
horrible.
in all this sort of petrol-y stuff. It's horrible.
My goodness.
Right, and I know we don't like to make direct comparisons, but watching this, I couldn't help but think this is a better version of Village of the Angels.
Yeah.
Like the setup with the professor and the assistant, like the going to another like universe almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, Village of the Angels had a lot of potential, and unfortunately, the story just wasn't good enough. But what he did with the Angels, I'm not going to complain. There were a couple of stupid scenes that didn't make sense, but the Angels themselves, I still don't like the fact, though, and I'm going to say this: I don't like the fact that anybody can be an angel now, though. That still annoys me. That's ridiculous.
To be fair, that was planted in Moffat's run.
It
with
was,
with
but
Amy and everything. So
yeah, and then all the little other statues, and I know, they kind of did hint at it, but I didn't want
it to be in your face, yeah.
Of course, Moffat probably would have gave him permission to do that because it is his creation. So,
I would have had to.
And that Chibnall did with the Angels obviously was given approval by Moffat. So, but look,
Ooh,
I did like some of the things he did with it, but this scene is deadly.
Oh yeah, because it's like this is the Doctor all over, like letting her go first.
I was thinking her costume looked like the Shimmeron Queen from Delta and the Bannerman.
Yes. I think I love the creature as well. The way he moves, it is very creepy.
I actually like this episode's build up, and you don't know where it really is, and they're all trying to work out exactly what it is, and even the Doctor is a bit perplexed by it. He doesn't really know what's going on.
When he this bit in a minute when he's like, "You've got me scared," and Matt is just you can see it in his face. Like these scenes here, I know the camera's doing a lot of work, but just look at Matt's performance here.
Yeah.
All the cockiness, all the surety is gone now, and he's just utterly like, "What do I do?"
And the TARDIS closed their bells, which is bad news. Oh.
Yeah, do your job.
Oh. 2 Claras.
I love it that the TARDIS is like, I'll make a version of you so I can sass you back.
You grumpy old cow.
Which is exactly what the TARDIS is doing. It's brilliant.
Because the TARDIS knows she shouldn't be there,
Yeah, and the TARDIS knows she's full of herself.
She's an anomaly, and that's the thing. Because the TARDIS wants to protect the Doctor and knows that she doesn't belong in this reality.
I love that. It's like the image
showing what a narcissist she is.
Yeah, so it's like I'm playing to your ego, love. I'm showing yourself because you love yourself. That's basically what the TARDIS is saying.
Well, it's interesting about the TARDIS is the TARDIS is very kind of defensive. If something's like if a future Doctor tries to access the TARDIS, the previous TARDIS when the it shouldn't be there, it'll respond in some kind of way.
Well, no, it's like I think in this episode, the Doctor refers to the TARDIS like being a cat, and the
Yeah.
TARDIS is a cat. It's very fickle. It takes a while to trust, and it's protective, but it doesn't show it outwardly in affection. It's just defensive. That's how it shows it loves the Doctor sometimes.
Oh, there's the laugh.
Oh, it's creepy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It sort of gave me house vibes almost.
It's because the TARDIS is kind of a bit sentient in a kind of lot of ways. It kind of, it's like a living thing. It was described, it was described like that in I think the one of the Hartnell episodes. It was, I think it was the inside the spaceship.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying to
that's
think.
what I miss as well. The TARDIS going into the time vortex. We haven't seen enough of that either.
Yeah.
Man, I miss that. I miss seeing the TARDIS fly
Do you know
around.
what I just missed? The TARDIS having a personality.
Yeah.
Like, can you honestly tell me any personalities in Whittaker's TARDIS?
No, none.
Like, look
It's like it's
at
dead.
Moffat's run, and like even in Russell's run, it was a living thing, and they wrote that in the scripts, and you felt it. Whereas Whittaker's TARDIS, it's literally just a travel machine.
Yeah. It really doesn't like Clara because we know what eventually will happen to Clara and how there's so many splinters of her about there. I mean, the TARDIS wouldn't trust her.
That's what I miss. I just miss the TARDIS just doing stuff like this, man.
Yeah, just doing stuff out the ordinary.
That's what it's all about, man. And then she's freaking out. There we go.
Yeah,
He just hung on to the side of the TARDIS. I just love that, man. That's typical. And he gives her a high five. Love it. I'm probably a little bit ahead now or something.
Yeah, I think you are by 10 seconds maybe. I love his face though. You can tell he's just like, I'm going to collapse any minute, but I'm just going to check you're all right. Exactly, Daniel. The TARDIS is its own character. And it used to be, and I want Russell to bring that back.
Also noticed Matt Smith's TARDIS had a lot of wood grain in it, and the wood grain had simply disappeared for this season. They tried to kind of cover it up anyway.
Michael, I don't think we'll have the TARDIS as a human again, because that's obviously a very well-known and loved episode, but I just think Russell understands that the TARDIS has quirks, and it can do its own thing now and again and very much have its own mind. Like I said, with the current era, it's literally just gone back to being transport. I mean, even in the New Year's resolution Eve we watched, like, you could have done something with that episode when it comes to the TARDIS, but you didn't.
Fixed points in time when it's convenient.
Oh yeah.
Not so much when it isn't.
I do like that TARDIS exterior with the white window frames and the kind of blue colour.
Yeah, it used to get a bit of stick, but I like it.
Yeah.
Hold hands.
Sharks are actually made entirely of teeth. Even their skin is made of teeth.
But they don't smile.
I love the way he went all over it.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt the rest of your life.
Oh, for fuck's sake, the state of that thing.
It's such good comedy.
Yeah. Which one is this again? Hold on. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's quite in keeping with the Valentine theme, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, this was a good episode because we find out who those feckers were, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good twist. It's a very good
That's
twist.
a good episode actually as well. So we're going to be on a bit of a roll with the episodes, I have to say. I see PD Rich is in the chat. I mean, if you want to come on and talk about the episode, because we've literally just finished it now, I can send you the email now. I'll send it to you anyway if you want to come on. But we're literally we're going to review it now and give a rating. So we'll start with you first, Charlotte.
Yeah, no, this was another one that I remember at the time not loving, not hating, and then watching it again, I quite liked it. Like, it's a very good sort of spooky one again. It's I like how it's also sort of a historical, but doesn't like have all the usual tropes as much. Because, like I said, I don't know if that couple were real life couple, but they could be. But they could also just be made up. I don't know offhand. I think, like we said, the two actors they got in really did a good job. You believed them, and I think more crucially, actually, you believed the romance. You believed that they were the sort of struggling couple that couldn't quite say what they thought. Which then linked with the monster. Like, I think this story is quite complex. Actually, it looks quite simple, but there's a lot going on. I like I said, the sort of misdirection of all the spooky things to hide quite a sci-fi premise with the time travel and the universe and everything going on. Clara, yeah, I agree, she's not annoying yet completely. There's little things trickling in, but she's still quite naive, which I like. The fact that he had to like dare her to do it, they've got this fun sort of chemistry right now. And Matt, once again, you sort of see a lot of size to his doctor. So I'll give this an 8 because it's not like top tier, but it's pretty good. So I'll give it an 8.
No problem. Real super doctor.
I think this one was quite an interesting one because you had the doctor perplexed by what was going on, and he didn't know what was going on, and none of them knew what was going on. It was basically just trying to work out exactly what was really happening there, and until they got an idea about what was really going on and all that, that's when the kind of the story started to really unfold in that. With this monster alien and that's kind of causing it all, and all timey-wimey stuff as Moffat does for episodes like this. I would give it an 8 out of 10. It's the sets are good, the acting's good. Yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Fantastic. Lee.
Yeah, it's it's sort of the best of the Moffat era, really. Especially from a not so great season. It's got the sort of edge of the Fendal feel about it in some places, which I like. Kind of gothic-y horror ghost story thing. You got a bit of the ghost-like sort of thing about it, which is quite good. Yeah, I mean, it's Matt Smith's Doctor's one of sort of contrasts, isn't he? He's sort of very manic and over the top and sort of all hands and spins. Hands and spins and chins, and
Failing everything.
Yeah, flailing about like a crazy person, and then has his moments of doubt, worry, and fear, and it's quite a remarkable performance. It's so he's captivating because he's quite something to behold. Yeah, Clara hasn't quite reached peak annoyance yet, so that's interesting. I like the sort of the relationship with the TARDIS. I think that's quite interesting in and of itself. The Grey and what's her face are great cameos in this, and the time traveler woman. She's kind of a bit superfluous. Really, she's just more of a plot device than an actual character. Neil Cross, good writer actually, but it does have that sort of Moffat sort of fantasy fairy tale thing, where the creature that is stalking Matt is actually not trying to eat him or kill him or anything, but it's trying to get home to his girlfriend. I think it's quite fortuitous, so that we had this episode on Valentine's Day. So
yeah, it's actually weird, isn't it?
That is quite a bit of. So it's quite funny as well, because this is supposed to be the day before, but there you go. It's timey-wimey stuff happening right there.
There you go.
Hello, Michael. Yeah, so it's not perfect. It has some really good elements in it that I like. I like the setting. I like the set. I like the sort of science mumbo jumbo. I like the callback to the Third Doctor with the Metebelis 3 crystal, which I thought was highly radioactive, but fair enough. Stick it on her head. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Fantastic. PD?
Hey, yeah, sorry I'm late. I'm here now. Anyway. Yeah, I've got the same feelings as Lee, and probably the same mark as well. I do like the throwback to Metebelis 3 like Lee does, and I just feel that the space woman, the time travel one, was a bit superfluous as well. I just didn't like the Star Trek ending as well. That was kind of annoyed me a little bit. I first found the ending a bit Star Trek-y. It was round the other way round. It was trying to get home.
It's a bit of a Chibnall thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
look, it's just a misunderstood monster.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, it's a bit of the kind of thing you see in Star Trek, not Doctor Who. But I love the way this episode was a good old-fashioned, cerebral, kind of old-school Doctor Who episode. But as I said, 7.5 because I didn't like the ending.
I like the sound, the sound design in this as well, which I think worked really well in 5.1. And I like the practical effects of the monster as well, which was nice to see. A bit clunky, but I do like it when they try, and maybe not as intimidating. I mean, if it was much bigger, maybe. I don't know, but I mean, it was still good.
Good. All I gotta say is I'm very much on a par with Lee on this one.
Yeah. I'll give it an 8. I like this story. I like stories like this. You know, in the David Tennant there, we had Midnight. That was a
Yeah.
terrific story. Moffat, obviously. You know, during his era, we got kind of stories like this, stories that scare. You know, that's what's that being missing from the current era. Such a shame because when it's done well, like this isn't, as I will agree with Lee and PD and say, you know, it's not, you know, it's not, and Charlotte said it as well, it's not top tier, but there's still enough there. I didn't mind the ending, to be quite honest with you. I thought it was actually quite sweet, actually, that's the reason why this thing was running around at first, because he was looking for his girlfriend or his wife or whatever it was supposed to be. But weird looking creature. But you know, agree, the effects are not bad. Clara, you know, at this stage she's still not annoying. Not bad. You can see that the TARDIS certainly does have an attitude with her. So even the TARDIS does
Best
know.
Well,
See,
to me, I think the
knows.
TARDIS is saying, you know, I don't trust you because you shouldn't really be here. It knows that she's an anomaly.
Yeah.
And that doesn't
Oh,
really
I
get
know what
addressed
it
away.
was. It was a bit encounter at Farpoint. That's what I found the ending. A little bit encounter at Farpoint. If you see the first episode of Star Trek Next Generation, that's what my problem with it was.
God, that episode was terrible. Sorry.
Exactly.
I like the end, and even monsters need a companion, says Melina Vega.
I think that. Look, I mean, it's very Moffat.
Yeah.
We're
But
romantic. These two are miserable. That's what it is.
But I do think it's rather sweet. It was nice because it was different at the time.
Yeah.
Now with Chibnall, and generally throughout a lot of Moffat's era, though,
It was a nice little twist, though, I thought, because you know.
Yeah. I'm okay with it. I mean, it is very much of a trope now.
Yeah.
But at the time, you know, I think I still think it's valid, and it's nice because it takes something that is we deem as ugly and threatening to something that is actually just trying to get home.
Yeah, there was a reason. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, check your bigotry, people.
and you know, it's a kind of like the message was that love transcends. It doesn't matter where you are, either in the galaxy, kind of thing. So,
well, yeah, Neil Cross says it's a love story, you know, not a ghost story, and that's a very sort of meta thing to put in the script.
Yeah,
yeah,
well,
it's
it's
very British, I think, as well. That sort of sentiment.
It was nice.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, you know, it became a trope of his, obviously. So we did kind of get sick of stuff like this. Just tell a straightforward story, will you, Moffat? You don't need to have a twist. You don't need a twist every time. Or as Lee said, everyone, I hated that.
No, you could have had it. You could have had it where it would have been much more effective, and I know it wouldn't have been as nice or as positive. But like, you know, if you would have realised that the monster was actually just trying to get home, but it allowed it to die, and that would have, you know, crushed in that pocket universe, and then you know, the realization that he got done wrong, that would have been much more impactful.
Yeah,
and then you would have seen the ghost trapped forever or something in the house, as we sort of saw there. I mean, and left it at that, like, and that would have been something, you know, quite impactful, I think.
Yeah.
That crushing realization would have been, you know.
Didn't that crystal kill Professor Lupton?
Well, I mean, you know, that. What do we know? I mean, as far as I wasn't it the Metabolus crystal was highly toxic, wasn't it?
It killed Professor Lupton in Planet of Spiders.
Well, it didn't do the Doctor much good either.
It was the spiders that killed Lupton.
Yeah, as a point, manifested itself in the crystal,
and I think it killed that professor as well.
Yeah.
Hi, Babette. Good to see you.
And the professor, Professor Clegg. That's it, Professor Clegg.
Professor Clegg,
yeah. Yeah, it was a bit of a dangerous crystal to be using.
Well, it wasn't.
Stick it on her forehead. Yeah. No.
I mean, I having to think about it. It actually gave Tommy intelligence. I mean, when Tommy got the crystal and his mind totally changed.
Oh yeah,
the doctor said it was like a deep healing crystal for the mind.
Yeah.
Well, that would have worked.
Like seeing stones in Lord of the Rings, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Depends who's on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
But it's a nice callback.
Yeah.
Maybe the Doctor stabilized the crystal at some point.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a point.
Yeah, he tinkers
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
Or
Because I
he's
mean, it
got a
was
whole
cut
load of them in the
differently, wasn't it?
TARDIS.
So,
Yeah.
Anyway, so Wednesday, obviously, guys, Cobra Kai. So don't forget to join me and me panel, Lee and Melina, and we'll be doing. I think we're on episode. What are we on? Episode 6 now or something? I don't know. I'll check. That's when I check on YouTube. But join us for that. Anyway,
7,
Wednesday.
8,
I'll
9,
get-
isn't it?
Yeah, I could be. So we'll do the whole lot of them because as if there's like, if there's 10 episodes, we might as well just do the 4 like we did for the last series where we did the 4 episodes to finish off so we can go straight into series 3. Anyway, we'll also in very soon be starting off the Ghostbusters trilogy. So we'll start off with Ghostbusters 1. I know we've done Ghostbusters in the past, but we're doing the trilogy. So come and join us. So Ghostbusters 1, 2, and Afterlife we'll be doing. So if anybody's interested in that panel, you know what to do. Send me a private message and let me know, and I'll put you down, your name down.
Maybe we should do the Ghostbusters 3 game thing with all the scenes edited together.
Yeah, onto the
Because
call.
that's
The
available on
game.
YouTube, I think. Yeah, because that
Yeah,
was
the
the
game.
official third film, wasn't it? Effectively.
Well, yeah, we classed it for year until we got Ghostbusters Afterlife, of course.
Well,
but
I still
we'll-
think it's. I still think that's technically
Right,
Ghostbusters 4.
okay. We'll see what we'll do. We might put that in, but as for now, it's just a trilogy. But we will stick it in somewhere, right? But I'm just gonna when I do the trailer, I'm just gonna show the trilogy because I don't think I can actually show a trailer for that.
Yeah.
Piece.
Yeah, games are a bit more hard. They get more hit with
Yeah.
copyright stuff.
Right, so I'll say it's a trilogy. We're doing the trilogy, but in reality, we'll be doing the game as well. But I'll put
Play
that.
for it's fine, but if you're just watching FMVs, that's another matter.
Yeah. I saw Ghostbusters in the cinema when it came out. I remember.
Yeah.
My best friend.
I saw Ghostbusters 2 in the cinema.
Same,
Yeah, same as.
same. That was the movie I went to see.
Ha!
But as a kid,
You
you
late
know,
bloomer.
I didn't. But as a kid, I didn't mind the Statue of Liberty scene. It was only when I got older and I looked at it, it just was ridiculous. But still,
Yeah.
Not as ridiculous as Angels Take Manhattan.
Yeah, I was gonna say. They got to-
Yeah.
Well, that's worse. Yeah, that's worse, of course. Right, let's do the channel shout out. So we'll start with Queen Charlotte. Go ahead.
Yep, so you can catch me with Dan on the Facebook with Type 40, and me and Daniel are back this Friday, and we're going to actually talk Doctor Who with basically everything pre-Chibnall. And Noel, if you're free, we would love to have you on with us, but we know Fridays are busy nights for you.
Friday. What time are you thinking of doing it at?
Starting at 7:30, and we usually finish round about 9.
Right. Well, then I could push the TARDIS Zone talks to 9:30, maybe. Because there will
Okay, I
be.
see. I know when I'm not wanted. Fine.
Well, TARDIS Zone talks, as you know, is people just coming on and getting as we did the other night. But there are things to talk about because there's been plenty, and I will be covering some of the articles tomorrow. So yeah, I'll join you for it. And then I'll rearrange my stream around
Well,
it. So
basically, no, because we know Friday's busy, we can do as long as is best for you.
yeah, no, I'll pop it. I'll just rearrange. I don't mind rearranging. I'm actually enjoying the kind of late night streams as well now because I do be up anyway. So there's no, you know what I mean. If I could do a stream, I'll do a stream. No, I'll be there. Is there any what we just talking pre Chibnall? So
Basically,
classic.
what we love and having fun with Doctor Who again, because we both want to do a nice, positive Doctor Who stream.
Right, well then that's
Yeah.
fine. I want to talk positively about Doctor Who, so let's talk. Yeah, I'm up for that. So if Daniel's still in the chat, I'm down. Thank you for the invite. Lee, you're next.
Yeah, you can find me at TwitTwats at Being Problem, and my digital video work is on Aldred Audio Visual. And if you want to hear me and Jack talking positively about RTD's era and our thoughts on the upcoming RTD era, go and check out Jack Main's channel, Drawing Jack Rabbit, and we'll find the video there.
Fantastic, PD Rich.
Okay, you can normally find me over in the chat Rabbi's channel, or you can find me sometimes with Dave on Dave's Travel Through Times channel.
Fantastic, and real super doctor.
You can find me on Twitter under Real Super Fugitive Doctor, and you can find me on YouTube under John Caligari.
Fantastic,
Caligari's
fantastic.
not my real name; it's just a made up.
Not a
thing.
bother. PD got your channel in the last time, so yeah, it'll be up there. But yeah, you know where to catch me. So if you haven't liked, shared, and if you still haven't subscribed, please do, and subscribe to all of our guests as well. Some great channels there. So yeah, we will be back hopefully tomorrow to talk the RTD article. If not, we'll be back on Wednesday with Cobra Kai, and it's getting very interesting now. So come and join us. We do have a laugh on those streams. So yeah, that's it. Weekend is over now. So well, last few hours here in Northern. The weekend's over and a brand new week. Probably be another shitty week, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just have to, wait and see what happens. But I tell you, man, 2022 can kiss my ass. And 2023 is not going to be any better anyway. We keep saying, "Oh, the next year will be better." It's never better.
That's
folks.
why I said I wasn't going to chance it. No, I wasn't going to say anything.
No, that's it, man. We jinx ourselves. Never better. Never better. But anyway, look, it's what you make of it yourself. So, if you're miserable, it's because you're a miserable bastard.
Misery loves company.
Yeah. But,
Now.
we've all had those little patches, obviously, during this pandemic. But look, we look ahead to the week, and hopefully we can have a good time. Anyway, we'll be here anyway, and we'll have all you guys joining us, and this is what keeps us all going, especially this year. But look, we'll keep going anyway. I better stop now because I'm depressing people, but we'll leave it there. Anyway. I want to say good night to you all, and we will see you soon, and the panel is going to say good night as well.
Good night,
Good night.
everybody.
Good night.
And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.